back to Central Ontario. About -5 degrees Celsius today, so not bad. It's a little chilly, but it is winter. We haven't had much snow since the melt 2 weeks ago, so not a lot of snow and the trails aren't open, so no snowmobiling for the last couple of weeks, which is a shame. But wanted to get out today, just going to do a little maintenance work. Wanted to make an adjustment to my, my rear blade. For those of you that have been watching the channel, you know that I've been using the rear blade over the last few times it snowed, trying to widen the driveway a little bit, make sure I keep the snowblower out of the debris and the rocks on the side of the gravel driveway against the forest. And I've noticed that I can't get a lot of reach out the side of the tractor. So the RB1672 is a 72-inch blade, sits about 11 inches outside of each of the back tires, but the blade is able to angle sideways, left or right. The blade also manually, you can adjust it to pivot about 15 degrees on the left or the right side. So when you angle that blade out 45 degrees to try to push the snow or debris away from the side of the road, you're losing probably 5 or 6, 7 inches off of the extension outside of the back tire treads. And so you can move the blade, unbolt it, and move it 12 inches left or right of center, which will give me another foot outside of the tire tread, or the tread of the tractor, which will give me a little bit of extra reach on the right side of the tractor as I'm going through clearing snow up the driveway. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, so on the 1672, you'll see it's a manual adjust. I can angle the blade back and forth, as we mentioned. I can also undo the middle pin down here, and I can pivot the blade 15 degrees down on the left or the right side. And you'll see that there's an additional bolt hole here on either side, and what that'll allow you to do is to unbolt the main frame here and slide the mold board either 12 inches to the right or 12 inches left, and that should give me that extra extension out the side of the tractor. I'd like to test out and see how I can do with that. Okay, so luckily Guy's just kicking around his workshop today, and he's offered to let me come on over where it's a little bit warmer, a little nicer than doing this outside. So grab a coffee, stick around. We're going to mount this on the tractor, get the carry all put away, and then head over to Guy's place. I always make it a habit of checking all of my fluid levels, making sure everything's topped up, the oil, the hydraulic fluid. Do a quick circle check on the tires every time I use the machine. Just like to make sure. She's been running great. Has barely used any oil since the day I got it. I've had it for about 3 months now, and I've only had to put a little bit of oil in it once. Coolant's been fine, battery, everything's been good. Even though it's not that cold out, I always take advantage of the block heater, because it's always nice to warm up the truck or the engine a little bit. going to head over to Guy's place. Let's see if we can adjust that blade. Alright, should be a pretty simple adjustment. There's only 5 bolts to take off, and then we could just move it across to the other side there and then re-bolt everything. And that's supposed to be the adjustment. So let's get at it. I was faking that one. Heavy, see. Okay.
Watch your fingers.
Yep. Okay, I've got one in. Just give me a sec. And let me put a top one in. Or maybe we should put a bottom in there first. No? You got a bottom in there?
Yeah, top one, isn't it? You got a nut on that far end already? In the bottom?
I do, yeah. Interesting. Yeah, these are backwards, I think, somehow. Or no?
Yep. You're right. Oh, hold on. Yeah, it's switched.
There we go. Okay, thank you.
And you got a nut on that one?
Okay, well that was pretty simple, not a lot to it, just 5 bolts. I took them off, slide it over a foot, and used the spare holes. And what's nice about Kubota is they put a torque value chart in the back of the manuals for their tractors, as well as some of the other implements, which will give you the values you need to torque each of these bolts. So we'll take a look in here and then we'll get them torqued up and we're done. Okay, top bolts take 76 foot-pounds of torque. We've already done this bolt. Okay, and the bottoms are 150 foot-pounds. Here we go. Okay, we're all finished up. It's a pretty quick job. Got the 5 bolts, moved her over another foot. So that'll give me a lot more to the side of the tractor. Can't wait for the next snowfall because I want to give that a try. But in the meantime, I think I'm going to have to be very conscious of the fact that I've got something swinging out the right side of the tractor when I'm driving. Anyways, thanks for sticking around. Hope you learned something or it was enjoyable. Have a great week and we'll see you again.